Now, here is the question which we will be doing today. So now example number 3. Now let us see in this question we have all kinds of raw material, be it all kinds of stock, be it raw material, work in progress or finished stock. So we need to make a complete cost sheet, right? So we have three kinds of stock, that is raw material, work in progress and finished stock. So we need to make the complete cost sheet. So complete cost sheet means first the direct material, second the direct labor, third the direct expense. So direct material, direct labor, direct expense will make up for the prime cost. Then we need to add factory overheads to get gross factory cost. To the gross factory cost, we will add opening work in progress and deduct closing work in progress to obtain the figure of net factory cost. Okay, now to this net factory cost, we add administration overheads to obtain the figure which is known as cost of production. It refers to cost of production of those goods which have been produced by us. To this figure, we add opening, it is not goods available for sale, we add opening finished stock and deduct closing finished stock to obtain the figure which is known as cost of goods sold. And to this we add selling and distribution overheads to obtain cost of sales, to which profit is added to obtain the figure of sales. So this is how we are going to make this cost sheet. Fine. Now the question. The question says that direct labor cost is 16,000, which is 160% of factory overheads. So direct labor cost is equal to 160% of factory overheads. Fine. And this figure is how much? 16,000. So 16,000 is 160% of factory overheads. Now if you divide 16,000 with 160%, you obtain the figure of factory overheads, which is nothing but 10,000. Is it okay? So direct labor cost is 16,000. From here we have derived our factory overheads to be 10,000. And cost of goods sold is 56,000. Let us place the figures. Direct labor is 16,000. Here it is 16,000. Factory overheads are 10,000, which we have solved. And next is cost of goods sold is 56,000. So where is cost of goods sold? It is here, 56,000. Yes or no? Yes. So these are the figures which we are putting as it is from the question. Now, we have been provided with all the three stocks. Let us put these figures. So raw material opening is 8, closing is 8,600. Now, opening in the inner column I am writing 8 and closing is 8,600. This part is clear. Now look at the next type of stock. It is work in progress and the amount is 8,000 and 12,000. So 8,000 is opening, 12,000 is closing. So let us place it. Here we will place 8,000 opening and 12,000 closing. So the best idea is to make the blank cost sheet, then keep on putting the figures wherever required. You can call it as fill in the blanks, that kind of a question. Now we have the third category, which is finished goods, and the opening is 14 and the closing is 18. Let us place these figures too. So opening we have here 14 and closing also below this 18,000. Fine. Now it says selling expenses are 3,400. Selling expenses are 3,400. General and administration are 2,600. 3,400 selling. So it is 3,400. And general administration are 2,600. 2,600. So that I will put here 2,600. Got it? Now coming to the last figure, it says sales are 75,000. Sales are 75,000. So 75,000 we are going to put here. Sorry. One row below here 75,000. So all these figures were given in the question. Now I will change the color of my pen. To illustrate that now I am calculating the remaining items or the missing items to complete my cost sheet. So this figure is 50. This figure is 59,400. Yes or no? From this I get profit of 600, 15,600. This is clear? Right? Now, if we move from bottom to up, we change the signs. Right? So when we move from bottom to top, we change the signs. The minus figures are added and the added figure plus figures are subtracted. So I am moving in the upward direction like this. Now I am moving from here to here. Okay. So what I will do, to 56,000 I will add 18,000 and deduct 14,000. So I will land up at the figure which is 60,000. Just see whether it is okay or not. Now from this I want to move here. So what will I do? I will deduct 2600. So I will get 57,400. Now from this I want to reach at this stage. What will I do? I will add 12 and deduct 8. So which figure I will get? 61,400. Now I want to move to this place. I will deduct 10,000. I will get how much? 51,400. Now there are two missing items. One is raw material consumed and the other one is direct expense. And I am not a magician. I cannot find out two figures in one go. So what I will do is I will assume the lesser important figure as 0, because most of the times direct expenses are not there, but raw material consumed will definitely be there. So I will assume the lesser important figure as 0, which is direct expenses in this case. So I have assumed direct expense to be 0. Now I can move from this to this place. I will get the raw material consumed. How much is it coming out to be? 36,400. Okay. So this figure is raw material consumed. I have placed here also 36,400. Now I want to know which figure. I want to know purchase. Again I will move up. For that what will I do? I will add 8,600 and deduct 8,000 and I will get 37,000. These are my purchases. So this way I have completed my entire cost sheet without any problem. Is it clear or not? Any doubt? Direct expenses is comparatively a lesser figure. Now we can always assume it to be 0. Which one? It is 35,400. There was a small class test and this guy has passed in the test. Good. So this figure is 35,400. So this is 35,400 and this becomes 36. So is it clear? So what you should do is you should read the question carefully and then make a blank format of the cost sheet, place the figures and move either from top to bottom or bottom to top as the case may be. But one sign of precaution, that whenever you are moving from bottom to top, just keep on changing the sign. In other words, minus figures will be added and plus figures will be deducted. And smoothly you will be able to complete your cost sheet. Here we have moved in both the directions, partly from here we reached here, slightly downward and most of the time upward. So is it very clear? So you have understood? Yes. Just try it. You will like it. Here is the question. You make the blank cost sheet yourself and do it. Now we'll proceed to the next question. Question number 4. Here we have been provided with lot of data and we need to find out 3 things. Please pay attention. One is raw material purchased. Second is direct labor cost incurred. And the third one is cost of goods sold. So this time we need to make the cost sheet to obtain 3 missing figures, which are raw material purchased, direct labor cost incurred, and cost of goods sold. Fine. So I hope you will be able to do it. I am giving you 5 minutes, then I'll do it for you. So I am doing this question for you. Now, we have opening and closing finished goods as 1,10,000 and 95,000. So let us place the figure. One lakh 10,000 and 90,000. Fine. Now, sorry, it is 95. Now, work in progress opening is 70 and closing is 80. So let us place the figures. 70 as opening and minus 80 as closing. Now, the raw material, it is 90 and 95. So, opening is 90 and closing is 95. Okay. Now, cost of goods available for sale, 6,84,000. Available for sale, 6,84,000. I will search for the appropriate place and put the figure over there. Total goods processed during the year is 6,54,000. So total goods processed during the year 6,54,000. Now, factory overheads, these are 1,67,000. So factory overheads are 1,67,000. Then we have direct material used. This is nothing but raw material consumed. So it is 1,93,000. Now what I will do is, I'll change the color so as to tell you that all the figures now being written are found by me, are determined by me. So this time I will move downward. So what is the answer? Just wait, I'll open my calculator. It is 684 minus 95,000. This comes out to be 5,89,000. And here I will move upward. You remember, when we move upward, we change the sign. It will become 6,84,000 minus 1,10,000, which is 574. Here I will move downward. Aha, this is also 574. This means in this particular question, my administration overheads are 0. Now this time I'll move upward. And what will I do? From 6,54,000, I will deduct 70,000 and obtain the figure of rupees 5,84,000. I'll further move in upward direction. This time I will deduct. Why? Because the figure is plus. When I move in upward direction, I reverse the signs. This becomes 4,17,000. Now, two figures are missing. Again, I am not a magician who will find two figures. What I'll assume is, I'll assume the lesser important figure as 0. Okay, this will give me the value of direct wages, which is 4,17,000 minus 1,67,000, and direct wages it is I committed a mistake. It is 4,17,000 minus 1,93,000. The figure is 2,24,000. Now here I will move in upward direction. To the figure of 193, I will add 95 and deduct 90,000 to obtain the figure which is 1,98,000. Now let me see what all is being asked in the question. Let me just verify. I'll change the color of my pen. Now, first is raw material purchased. So here is the answer for the first part. Raw material purchased. Got it? Second is determine the direct labor cost. So here is the answer for the second part. Yes or no? Third is determine the cost of goods sold. So here is the answer for the third part. So all the parts asked in the question have been found. So is it clear or not? Easy or difficult? How many of you could do it? Good, good, good. Now I will tell you the importance of cost sheet with the help of this example. In this particular case, what has happened is that on 30th of June, due to flood, our warehouse has got destroyed. Right? Our work in progress inventory has got destroyed. There is no damage to raw material and finished goods inventory. Now we want to know how much of inventory has been lost. The reason can be many. One can be to know what is our loss. The other is to make a insurance claim. So now you will learn how with the help of this wonderful cost sheet, we can always find out any of the missing figure which is very important in certain situations. Suppose we want to file a insurance claim. We want to file an insurance claim. For that we need to know how much of stock has been lost. And due to flood, the records are also destroyed. So this cost sheet you will make to find out what is the loss of what? Inventory. The same thing, place all the figures, then either move bottom to top or top to bottom and keep on searching for the missing figures. So I'll give you 5 minutes, then I'll do it for you. Here administration and selling and distribution overheads you will ignore. You can see here it has been told. Can you read this line? Ignore administration and selling and distribution overheads. So in your cost sheet, you will take administration and selling and overhead distribution as 0. The rest of the procedure is same. Have you written? Done? Very good question. This question highlights the importance of cost sheet. Return. Done? You have to solve the question also. Done? Now, here few things are important. One is it says ignore admin and selling and distribution overheads. So what you will do is you will put this as 0 and this as 0. This is fine. Now further, raw material is 62,000. Work in progress we need to find, and finished stock is 1,19,000. These are closing balances. 62 and 1,19,000. 62,000 is for raw material and finished goods is 1,19,000. Is it okay? Now, opening stock of all the three types are given. Opening stock values for all the three types are given. 30, 1 lakh, 140. 30 for the raw material, 1 lakh for the opening work in progress, and 1,40,000 for closing finished stock. Opening is 30, na? It is 1 lakh and 145. There is the problem. Okay. Now it further says that our profits are 25% of sales and we have sold goods for 3,40,000. So what will we do? 3,40,000 I will put here and my profit will be 25% of 3,40,000, which is coming out to be how much? 85,000. Is it fine? Now further it says raw material purchased is 1,15,000 and direct labor cost is 80. So purchased is 1,15,000 and direct labor cost is 80. Nothing said about direct expense, so as usual you can take it as 0. Now dear friends, it further says that my manufacturing overheads are 50% of direct labor. So what I will do here, I will write 50% of direct labor, which is how much? 80,000. So this makes it 40,000. Okay. Now, we have done everything. Now I'll change the color of my pen. Now all these figures I am finding out. Now, so what is my cost of sales? 340 minus 85. So I'll move upward and get 2,55,000. Further upward, 2,55,000. Further upward, plus 119. 1,19,000. It is how much? 3,74,000. Further upward, I will deduct 2,34,000. 2,34,000. This figure I need to know. So I'm stuck over here. Now I'll move from top to bottom. 115 plus 30,000 minus 62,000. My answer is 83,000. Further 83 plus 80,000. It makes it 1,63,000. I'll add 40,000, which will make it 2,03,000. I'll add, this will make it 3,03,000. Haha, now it's okay. Now the missing figure you can find. How much should it be? 3,03,000 minus 234. It is 69,000. So now you have understood the importance. So this way it can help you settle your insurance claim. Otherwise you are in a fix. Now is it fine? So this way you can always use cost sheet to your advantage. How many of you got the correct answer? Chaliye, comparatively more. Rest try.